like, what the hell? Is this for real? Like, is this actually a thing? I couldn't believe it. It absolutely ruined the potential of this book. Just stupid. Hey guys, it's Taz from Latte Lover and welcome back to my channel. 2019 is basically over and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. My last video was like my last video. I'm not gonna do any more videos. Surprise! I'm filming a video, whether it comes out before the new year, which it probably won't. So happy new year. Anyway, I thought it would be fun to list my top 5 least favorite books of the year. Why? I don't know. I thought, you know what, I'm going to totally list my top 5 favorite, but I'm like, what about my least favorite too? So I'm like, sweet, least favorite, and the list was surprisingly easy in a lot of ways to come up with, but hard as well. And FYI, if you do not like opinions or contradicting opinions to your own or something, please don't watch this. I have absolutely no intention to book bash, to bash the authors or anything like that. I'm just telling you my 5 least favorite books of 2019 that I read. They're not necessarily new releases because I'm totally not on top of that game. I don't even know half the new releases. So let's just get started. By top 5 least favorite, I actually read top 6. So this is how it's gonna work. I'll have number 5, which is not my least favorite book, but my 5th least. So it's not so bad. And coming in at number 5 is Caraval by Stephanie Garber and also Akane by Lynette Noni. I chose these two to both be number 5 because I feel like they were pretty poor starts to decent series, especially this one here. Going into Akane, I didn't realize, I thought it was YA, but it just seems a level lower than that, and I listened to it via audiobook, and the main character is so annoying. I'm not sure if it's just because of the narration or something, but I found Alex to be incredibly annoying, totally immature, and I feel like it's totally an age thing. I'm 24, but I was 23 when I read this, so I'm like, well, maybe that's it. But I just didn't love it. I couldn't connect. I couldn't relate. I'm pretty sure I didn't even think like that when I was her age. I'm pretty sure, I don't even know. I don't even remember how old she is, which is really bad. I should know my facts. I started reading this book in the first part of the year. I read the whole series, and it definitely got better, totally got better. So I think I rated this 3 stars, but it was a very generous 3 stars. I would have totally DNF'd it if I knew. I only have recently started DNFing books, but if I'd read this recently, I totally would have DNF'd it, but then probably would have regretted it because it did get better. Next we have Caraval by Stephanie Garber. Again, a poor, just a really not good start to the series. I could not believe that this was the first book and that people loved it. I don't know, it started off well, right? So before they go into the land of Caraval, I thought this is pretty cool, this is different. But as soon as they got into Alice in Wonderland vibes, it lost me. I hated it. I'm not a huge fan of Alice in Wonderland. I don't like all the trickery and just didn't love it at all. But I pushed through it because the writing style was amazing. It was very well written, very magical. I loved that aspect of it. So I continued reading, and of course, by the time I got to finale was 5 stars. It was amazing. I would totally recommend pushing through this series just to get to finale. The legendary was really good. I think I rated that 4 stars. The ending to that, now that was rough, proper rough, and it totally got me in the feels, but loved it. Absolutely loved it. I listened to this via audiobook and the narrator was good. There was nothing wrong with that. Yeah. So that's number 5. Number 4, we have Whisperman by Alex North. This was a thriller, quite a hyped up thriller too, might I add, and I'm sweet. So when it came out, I'm Audible, click, download, and listened, and I was duh, it had its moments for me, but man, it just didn't have it, no. No. Just didn't work out, which is kind of frustrating because I have totally been exploring that genre this year towards the second half of the year, and I've been loving it, and it's been messing with my head, but this one just didn't quite get there at all, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, so number 3, we have The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. Oh my god. I myself am not a contemporary reader, but only recently did I realize that there are lots of different types of contemporary. I think this is sort of like chick lit, which I have been loving recently, but The Hating Game was so stupid in my opinion. I just didn't like it. I felt like there was just like hate. Let's play some paintball. Hate. Oh yeah, like. And then like the very end is when they sleep together, and that's just the build-up. They slept together like once, I think. I don't know. Like either way, it was at the end, and it was just like everything in between was just like so boring. But I read it because I didn't DNF books, and I totally should have DNF'd that book. But I mean, I've like heard a lot of good reviews in this, so that's good that people enjoy it. I, however, didn't, and although I heard that it's like becoming a TV, was it a TV series or a movie or something? I don't know, but I'm super interested to see how they like portray that. Because you never know, maybe I like the movie better, because sometimes that happens. Okay, next is number 2. We're at number 2 already, holy crap. And I did DNF this book. I am devastated I DNF'd this book because I had such high hopes. I didn't really know what it was about going into it, but I was like reading it and it was just so slow. Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I love Leigh Bardugo. I am so sad that this book, or her name, is even in this video because she is amazing and she has created worlds and characters that I absolutely love, aka like Nina, Matthias, like the Darkling, like amazing, right? So when I got to this, I was like, alright, it's a big book, it's a big one, so I'm gonna like put it on like audiobook, and I was listening to it. Dude, like I got to like chapter 8. And it's like a lot of information, like a chunk of information, and I'm like, what the hell's like going on? I had no idea what was going on. So you have like the main chick, I think her name was Alex, and then you had the dude. I don't even remember the dude's name, but I was like, I just could not keep up at all. And I was like, I can't do this. I had this same problem actually with Six of Crows and a bit of Crooked Kingdom. The beginnings are just so hard to get through. The only way I got through Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom was by an audiobook, so I thought this would be the same. Wasn't. I was just so disconnected from this book, and I'm disappointed because I felt like I gave it like 2 tries. But I'd be lying if I said that I won't try it again. I'll probably try next year to read it via physical book because, I don't know, like, I love her other work. Like, how is this so not loved by me? I don't know. So that's number 2. Fingers crossed that I can learn to love it next year, hopefully. I have like low hopes, but I really, really want to love this. Either way, I will always support Leigh Bardugo. If she brings out a book, I'll buy it. I think she's amazing. So, yeah. Okay, so number 1, drumroll. Okay, so I don't even know where to start with this book. I did film a book review for this book. However, watching it back, it was so negative. Like, I did not realize I could hate a book until I read this book, or until I watched the review, because it was just so bad. And I don't know how to pronounce this author's last name, but I'll give it a try. So, number 1, my least favorite book of 2019 is Again But Better by Christine, is it Riccio? I don't know. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I first saw this book when I was in LA in May. It was like a new release. It was everywhere in Barnes and Nobles. They're like signed copies and everything. I read the blurb synopsis thing and I was like, yeah, maybe, I'm not too sure. A couple months later, I saw it on Audible and I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll try it. This was when I was experimenting with contemporary, listening to contemporary, opening up my genre circle, and what a mess. I hated this book so freaking much. I didn't DNF it because I just didn't DNF books, like I've said already, but man, oh my goodness. The main character, her name is Shane, and she is the most annoying person I have never met. Honestly, like, she is whiny and she complains because like the dude, like the main dude, his name is Pilot, by the way, and he has a girlfriend, and so like she is just so angry and upset that he has a girlfriend. It just did not fit within the age of the character. So I think that like she's gone to like college or something for a year in London. So she's not in high school. So I don't know why she's acting like so immature about this dude having a girlfriend because they got along and she's developed a crush. But like she totally just liked him a lot. Too much. I could not connect with her personality at all. I found a lot of it to be like unrealistic. But what got me the most, and I don't want to give away like any major spoilers or anything, which I think I've done pretty well in not doing in this video, but the twist in this book is so stupid. So freaking stupid. I couldn't even believe it. I was like listening to it and it happened. I've got goosebumps right now just thinking about it because of how ridiculous it was. But the twist happened and I remember just pausing it and I didn't know whether to laugh or to cry because I'm like, what the hell? Is this for real? Like, is this actually a thing? I couldn't believe it. It absolutely ruined the potential of this book. Just stupid. So I really didn't like it and I finished it and I was like, I just could not recommend this book to anybody. And I felt like I genuinely felt guilty because I hated this book so much, but I just hated it. It was so bad. The characters, the relationship she had with her parents, the way she lied to her parents, I'm like, is that even... I guess because I can't imagine it being real. I'm like, who would do that? Who would like create like fake brochures for a university and stuff and then convince their parents? Like, you must be really good or something because I would never get away with that. That just seems so stupid. But there was just lots of those moments. And I guess before I started reading it, I didn't realize that there was a touch of like magical realism that ruined it for me. If I had known that was the case, I wouldn't have even bothered. So that is basically my top 5/6 least favorite books of the year. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know your least favorite books. I will not judge. I'm totally not judging. Lots of people dislike the books I love and I'm like, why? But I don't judge you. We all have our own opinions. We all have our own tastes. But yeah, so thanks for watching. I will see you in my next video and Happy New Year!